we had at this time yesterday, but still pretty mild in general. And as we move through the day, we're in the 50s now, but we're actually going to get up into the 70s. So what we're looking at right now is the neighborhood forecast for our high temperatures. The western area is going to be a little bit cooler here, and we've got warmer temperatures as we move a little bit towards I-35, and even in the Brazos Valley, maybe a degree or two warmer than those of us over here in the Waco and Temple area. We're expecting to be at about 74 for Waco, Temple, 70, and the Brazos Valley a few degrees higher in the mid-70s, checking in at about 76 degrees today. So when you look at the models today, some of them still are not in agreement on a little bit of sprinkles that we could have this afternoon, maybe even in the midday, but not much. It's going to be very light and probably very quick. But really the key for today is it's going to be mostly cloudy. You'll have a drier day. You might, in some areas, have a little bit of rain that comes through, but overall you're going to have cloud coverage there. And then as we move in tomorrow, the rain chances kick up a little bit more. And then as we get into Saturday and Sunday, we actually have a small opportunity for a little bit of rain as well. And then for Mother's Day, it's actually going to be drier than wetter, but we'll have a cold front that comes through later in the day. Let's take you through hour by hour. So we're in the 50s now, about a 10% chance of some showers, some areas coming through. And as we move through time, by 10 a.m., we'll be back in the 60s again. We will build up to the 70s today. It'll be cloudy, and we're going to have some cool temps overnight as well. The current wind speeds, well, now we have a shift in the wind after the cold front has come through. So we're looking at a northerly flow here, just helping in to keep us from getting too warm. It's still pretty cool right now in the 50s, and we will see that northerly flow continue for a while, and then it'll eventually change back to a southerly flow. Look at the dew points. This is the most exciting thing about today. Remember how muggy and humid it was on Tuesday? Well, the dew points are in the 40s and the 50s, and that's typical behind a cold front. So we've got drier air. It's not going to feel humid. Despite that cloud coverage out there, it's going to feel much drier. So it'll actually be kind of comfortable. Just a pretty cloudy day, I'll say, if you like the clouds. Look at the 24-hour rain totals from the system that came through. Most of it pretty much moved in the western area and Burnett. And as we take a look at the future track, again, just some quick rain coming through over the next couple of days. When I come back, we'll look at the 10-day outlook. Well, good morning, Central Texas. Let's take a look at the future track. We have a light opportunity for a little bit of rain to come through, maybe a little storm or something. But for the most part, today's going to be a mostly cloudy day. As we look at the storm track here, you can see Friday, we have a little bit more of an opportunity to get some rain as we move into tomorrow and probably later in the day. And the models are tending to show that. And they've kind of been all over the place, but an opportunity for it. Then we get a little bit of a break, a little bit of an opportunity Saturday, but more of a break. And then as we get into Sunday, we do have a front that's going to be coming through. But for Mother's Day on Sunday, despite the rain chances, I think most of the day is going to be pretty dry, and that front's going to be later on. So that'll be nice. You can still plan some things with Mom. And we've got a high of 74 today. I've got you at about 20% of the area, maybe getting a little bit of rain or a storm coming through. Friday, we bumped that up just a little bit to 30%. And as we move into Saturday and Sunday, we've got you up to 40%. But again, a little bit later for that front coming in. The good news is, look at the temperatures. We're going to be back into the 80s for the weekend. It's going to be nice. Now, we're pretty dry with humidity. It is going to feel more humid as we move into the weekend, but overall, pretty mild temperatures and more seasonal now that we'll be into the 80s, certainly versus, the 50s today and then the 70s this afternoon. For the Brazos Valley as well, 20% opportunity for a little bit of rain today, very light in general. And for Mother's Day, you're going to be at 85 with a 40% chance of rain as well.